Good afternoon, students. I am Professor Anand Ganbote, and the point of discussion for today is chapter number 6. In the last two lectures, we have seen the packages, and chapter number 5, how to create our own packages. In this chapter number 6, we are going to learn what do you mean by inheritance and what is polymorphism and how to implement it in our programming session. So currently we are going from lockdown, and work from home situation is for everyone. So we will go ahead. What are the contents in this particular chapter are superclasses in inheritance, subclasses, and what do you mean by protected members. After that, relationship between superclass and subclass, hierarchy, using private instance variables and constructors, how to use the constructors in inheritance. And the second part is about polymorphism and some examples on the polymorphism. There are two types of it, polymorphism, compile time and runtime. These are the two types of polymorphism. So first of all, the definition we should understand. What do you mean by inheritance? The simple definition is acquiring the properties of one class to another class is called as inheritance. It means there is one class, for example, family is a class, and in that family we are having some child, some upper level as a father, mother. So this is the recent and very clear to understand example. Means some of the properties from father and mother will be carried into the child. So there are different types of inheritance are available: single inheritance, multi-level, multiple, hierarchical, and hybrid. So one by one we have to study this type of inheritances. According to this diagram, single inheritance means there is a one derived class and one base class or a super class. In multiple inheritance, there are more than two base classes are there, but in Java it is not possible to implement it directly, but there is one method to implement it. So we will see that method, how to implement multiple inheritance in Java. And next one is hierarchical inheritance, and another one is multi-level, means one by one the level is getting on, and the last one is as a hybrid inheritance. So in hybrid inheritance, there are two or more combinations of inheritance will be carried out like this. You can consider this as a single inheritance, right? And these three you can consider as a multi-level inheritance, means A, C, and D, like this. So two or more inheritances combined in one inheritance is called as a hybrid inheritance. Okay, I think you understood what do you mean by inheritance and what are its types. So a simple example in Java programming, how to implement this. For example, we have considered, we have taken one class A is here, and in that variable data is a variable which is having the value 10, and another class, this class A and class B, like in this diagram, class A and class B. There is a class B which is extending the class A. It means the properties of A will be carried in class B. Means we can access the values of class A into the class B. Means we can make a sentence like this: class A is inherited from class B, or class A is a superclass or base class, and class B is a derived class. So here child class B and inherits access the data field of parent class A. So here data is a integer type of variable which is having the value 10, and class B extending class A. This is the syntax, and you have to write the extends keyword for each time when you are inheriting. So in class B we are having one function called as a display. The name of the function is display, right? And we are just called that display function here by creating obj, and this function is simply printing the data value of the data is Okay, and we are getting the output as a 10. So we will try to implement this in a practical session. So we are going with the practical right now. So you can use any of software like Notepad or NetBeans. For this practical we are using NetBeans. Okay, so I will minimize the slide, but before starting our practical session, the next lecture is on interfaces, and with the interfaces we are studying the multiple inheritance, the second type of inheritance we have seen here, right? Multiple inheritance. Okay, so let's go into the Notepad. So here I am opening the Notepad here, Notepad, and I am just writing the program here. Import. So I will make the font size bigger that you can easily understand it. Now it is fine, you can easily see it. Import java dot io dot star class A. There is one variable int data is equals to 10. So there is one class B which extends class A, right? And we are writing one function here. Public void display. So this is the function, and we are starting the function by opening the curly brace and closing curly brace. So I am just printing the value of it. System dot out dot print ln value of data, or we can simply write value is equals to plus data. Okay, fine. So we have completed our function here, and we are saving this. Okay, we have to write the main function here, public static void main string args, right? And we have to create the object of it. That is, we have to create the object of class B, that is current class, that is derived class. B O is an object, is equals to new B. Okay, fine. And what we have to do, we have to just call this function O dot display. So now we are ready with our program, and we are saving this as a class B. So remember, in which we are having the main function in which class, that class name should be saved as the name of the file, means b.java. So we are saving the file, save, and we have copied Java file on D drive, Java folder, in the last video. B dot java. Okay, and select all files and save. So now we are having this function to display and the file as a b.java. Our next step is to compile it by command prompt. So we are having a command prompt here. Just we have to change the path to cd java cd jdk cd bin. So now we are having in bin. We will check dir our file is here or not. That's what we have saved. We have saved as a b.java. So here our file is there, 274 b.java, 274 bytes. So we are trying to compile it. Java C b dot java. If there is an error in this program, then the error will be plotted here. So program is getting compiled and it is showing error class B extends class A, right? So we should not write the class word here, just we have to write the name of the class. Okay, and we have to save it again and again recompile it. Okay, the program is getting compiled, and I think .obj file was created. So what is the next step is to run the program. To run the program, just write java and the name of the file, that is B. So we are getting the value is as a 10. So if you make some changes here, the value equals to 100, then you have to save it and again recompile it. Okay, and we are just running, we are getting the value as a 100. So this is the simple example. Suppose we are having here another function, so we can call the function, how we can call that function here. So you should try to think about this and how you can call. Suppose I am writing here, this is an assignment for you, void show is a function and just it will print welcome. Okay, okay, so here I am just writing as a welcome, and to call this function, what we should do, you should think about it, and you should this is an assignment for you, so you should try this and just try to call this show function here. Okay, in the next video I will give the answer of this and how we can call this function. So for currently you should try this and try to make one program on inheritance, single inheritance, and try different programs like student, teacher, and fruits, like that. Okay, thank you for watching.